Welcome back to our Java tutorial series. In previous video, we covered about fundamentals of array, including one-dimensional, multi-dimensional, and jagged array. In today's video, we will focus on common operation performed on array in Java, such as finding the length, searching, sorting, and much more things. So let's start. So first thing, how to find the length of an array. So for that, we have to declare an array. So let's try to declare one array. So just use the type as int. You can also use a string if you want. So int square bracket numbers. Then you can initialize some value. So how we can find the length? So just use this out and just give the message as length. So you have to use the numbers dot. So just type L and you can get this length. So you have to use numbers dot length. So the length of an array in Java can be accessed using the length property. So you can save and run this program. So once you run, then you will get the length as 5. Index will start from 0, but the actual size is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The length is 5, but index position will go from 0 till 4. That means always whatever length is there, just minus 1. Next thing is like how we can access the element. For access the element, so you have to use their index. Please remember, indexing always start from 0. So I want to print 133. How we can print? So at 0 index, we have the value as 10. First index, we have the value as 33. At the second index, we have the value as 133. That means we have to give the index as 2. So I can give the message as access. So just use like numbers, then put the index value as 2. So you can see we are getting the value as 133. Next operation is like how we can search an element. I want to know like in this array 45 is there or not. So how you can do. So to search an element in array, you have to use a loop. You can use while loop, for loop, whatever loop you are preferring, you can use it. So for now, so I'm going to use for loop. Just use for, start from int I 0 I, then you have to put the length. How you can put? Just use numbers dot length and it will be as increment order. So first let's try to print element. So how you can print? Just use numbers and I. I means index position. So if you run, we are going to get as 10, 33, 133, 34 and 67. Now we have to see like whether 45 is there or not. So how you can do? Just use if numbers of I. So first time I value will be 10, then 33, then 133 like that. So just use equals to 45. If it is there, then you have to just print the message like available just for now. And let's change as numbers. So if you run, it will show like nothing. That means this message is not printed. So that means the number is not available. So instead of putting a static, just use as int target. And now I'm going to change the value as 33. So let's replace 45 with the target. So you can see it is showing available. It's better. Let's give the value as target also. At least we know which number is there or not. So we are getting the message as 33 is available. Another approach, what you can do, you can just declare a boolean value and give the name as is available or is found. That is fine also. So by default, the value will be false. That means the number is not there. So if the number is there, then it will satisfy this if condition. Then it will come to here. And if it's come here, just say like true. True means yes, the number is available. And if the number is available, then just use here like if is true, then say like number is available or found, else not available. So if you run, you can see found. So let's run as debug mode so you will understand in better way. So when you run at first time I value is 0, that means at index of 0 we have value as 10. So is 10 is equal to 33? No. The next time 33 because I value is 1. This time it satisfy because at index of 1 we have the value as 33. So once it will satisfy, currently you can see is available is false, but after once it will skip this line, it will say like the value is available. But here we have not put the break, so definitely it will go for I value as a 2, then 3, then 4. So it's better you can use the skip. So once this iteration is done, then it will show like is available is true. If it's true, then it will come inside the if, otherwise it will go to the else. So you can use the break so your code performance will be much more better. Next thing, like how we can do the sorting. So sorting is a common operation to organize element. Java provides arrays.sort method for this purpose. So we have one simple shortcut we are going to use. So just use here arrays class dot sort. You can see that predefined features are there. So just use and you can pass your array value. And after that, let's try to print this out and how you can print. So you can use here arrays dot to string and you have to pass the numbers. Why I'm doing, I will explain to you. So you can see now it's 10, 33, 34, 67, 133. Let's put the breakpoint, remove this one. So you can see before sorting the value is 10, 33, 133, 34, then 67. Once we proceed to line number 35, you can see the value has been changed. You can see the red color, right? Red color means the value has been updated. Now it is in ascending order 10, 33, 34, 67, 133. So we have to print. So for printing, what you can do, just use arrays to string. That means whatever array I'm having, I'm just converting to a string for printing purpose. So that's why I have used this approach. Otherwise, you can just use the for loop. That is also fine. So how you can do? So just use sys out and use numbers of I. If you run, you will get the value as you can see 10, 33, 34, 67, 133. So let's comment. So next thing is like, let's find the maximum and minimum. So how we can find? We already have this array. Now we have to find the maximum or minimum. So you can use again loop to iterate the element. So first we'll start with max. So let's declare int max. So I'm saying like at index value 0 is having the maximum value. Just for now. Just think like the value 10 is the maximum one. So how we can check? Just copy this for loop because we have to iterate. Remove this line. Now what will be happen? We are going to get the value one by one. So let me copy this value so we at least we remember what is the value currently we have. 0 index, we have the value as 10. So what you can do, just use here if numbers of index I means like whatever value I am going to get, if that number is greater than max, that means that index value is the maximum number. So here just you have to use max equal to numbers of I. And once you are done, then just try to print the max value. So just use this out. Let's run. So you can see it, max is showing 133. Let's put the breakpoint. So when you will run, let me remove this one. So you can see currently the max number I'm saying 10 because at index 0 we have the value as 10. So let's check this condition. So you can just select right click and you can go for watch. So once you select watch, it will come to at this place. You can see it is showing false. That means 10 is not greater than 10 because we are not putting equal to condition. So it will not come at line number 45. Now press F8. Now index position is what? 1. So at index 1, what value we have? We have 33. So is 33 is greater than 10? You can see right here, it is showing true. True means it will come inside. So now you can see currently the max value is 10, but now it will update as 33 because at index 1, we have the value as 33. So you can just right click. Again, you can go to the inspect and you can check the value as 33. If you don't want this one, you can just right click or you can go for watch. So if you go watch, it will show the value as 33. So just press F8. Then again here, so you can see again expression now 34. 34 means earlier the value is 33, this time 34. 34 definitely is greater. Like that it will go and at the end you will get the max value. Similarly, how you can get min? So just use here int min and by default whatever the index value we have at 0 index, just think like it is the smallest number and copy this one and just change the condition instead of greater than, just use the smaller than and here use as min. Let's try to print the minimum value. Let's run. So you can see we have min value as 10, max value is 133. If we have a doubt, just change as 100. Now minimum value need to show 33. So you can see it is showing 33, max value is 133. If you change the max value as 767, now the max value will be changed as 767. So you understand how to check max and min value. Now the next thing we are going to learn, copying an array. So you have an array and you want to copy that array. So how you can do? So you can copy array using arrays.copy of method, or you can loop through the element and you can also copy. So the simple approach, just use arrays.copy of. So this is the one array. I need to copy the value. So what you have to do first, let's put the message as array copy. So declare one array int and I can say like copy equal to arrays dot copy, Then you have to pass two things. Press control, and if you open, here you can see you have to pass the original array and the new length. Length means like till where you want to copy. So our old array is number and we have to pass the length. So just use numbers dot length. So it will copy till the length. Length means 5. Now you can print. So how you can print? Either you can use for loop or just use here arrays to string, because we need to print into one line, and you can just pass the copy array. So if you run, you can see it will show the same thing whatever we have at original. And if you change as 2, then what will be happen? It will copy till 0 index and first index. And similarly, if you use length -1, so if you use this one, then it will copy till 4 only. That means 33, 34, 100, 133. Let's run. You can see, right? So this is a way to copy. So here is your challenge. Write a program to reverse an array and print it. Share your solution in the comment. So that's all for common array operation in Java. Understanding this operation is very crucial for efficient programming, solving, and data manipulation. That's it for today.